Hi, guys. Happy Easter, happy long weekend, and I hope you all had a good and great time with your family. It's a lovely Sunday afternoon, and I have time, so I thought let me just complete the analysis a little early so that we can have some time. Hi Uday, hi Abhinav, hi Shri, hi Ahana, hi Srini, hi Raghu. Good evening. And over the weekend, many new people joined my Twitter community. So if you're first time, this is how I share my link. I share my link in my Telegram community and on Twitter. If you want to join, you can directly join through that link. If you want to don't want to stay on Twitter, you can just subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will have real-time alerts. Hi Sam, hi Vasudha. So guys, this is a week where we have a lot of data, a lot of information which can decide the next course of action for the market is coming, especially on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Plus, we have Fed speakers who are going to speak throughout the week. So it's going to be an interesting way, and it's going to set the path for at least earnings, and earnings will be really, really interesting because all these companies are laying off staff, they're cutting down on the costs, they're trying to cut down on expenses, and the expectations on them are really, really low. So we need to see whether they beat them and give a good guidance, or they show what's actually happening, like consolidation on the retail spending, all those things. It's going to be very, very interesting because these numbers are coming over the coming week. So we'll give it an idea how big companies, especially the tech companies, going to address. Samsung had a really big disastrous earning last week. Their EPS was down, their revenues were down. So that the stock went up, that's a different story altogether. But that's something we need to understand what's going to happen from here, because market is, especially tech stocks, have bounced, and the big tech stocks have bounced really reasonably. They have moved almost 10-20% from their lows. So it's not that they're at the same valuation which they were last year. So any miss will be taken negative by the market. Any bad guidance will be taken really bad by the market. Positive, let's see how the market takes. Hi Kamal, Sashrikal, hi Mukta, hi Anupad, hi Devinder, hi Hamadime, hi Nilesh. Good afternoon. So let's get started. Let's run our scans. The first scan which I'm going to run is my inside day scan. It's an inside day scan. I'm going to run this on my watch list only. And I'm going to start with a week. So let's see what we have. Baba has inside week. So it's interesting. So let's make a note of Baba. Baba inside week. Inside week. Then we have CRM, QCOM, PayPal, JD, Square. A lot of them. Do I have CRM? No. So we can add CRM somewhere here. CRM also has inside week. Square and PayPal. I think I will go for PayPal. PayPal inside week. From like Square and PayPal, I'm choosing PayPal. I'm not going for QCOM because I already have AMD and NVIDIA in my list. NASDAQ also is inside week. So NASDAQ is inside week. Hi, Jay. Okay, so these are inside weeks. And let's go for inside day. Apple, IWM. So Apple. Where is Apple? My Excel sheet. Apple is inside day. We'll find whether it can break up or break down. We have JPM. I think we should include JPM. One bank should be now inside the list. Rest doesn't matter. Let's go for the bullish candle patterns where I am hammer, morning star, morning doji star. Nothing. Any bearish candle patterns I can check. Nothing. Let's see my favorite 1234 scan on 30 minutes. MACD and Roku. And let's check 3412, like the reverse crossover or the divergence. Gone. Gold and coin. Gold, I think we already have, or we removed. No, we have. So let's think about gold. I may remove gold from here. But let's wait for that. All right, guys. So hi and welcome to my channel, guys. If you are new, I do these sessions almost every night in the weekdays and Sundays, so that we can plan for the next day. Again, my channel or my community is not an alert channel. It's a channel for sharing setups, learning. So we'll share, we'll talk about charts, we'll talk about levels. And it's not like you come with an expectation that, yes, I'm going to do an alert and you'll just follow the alert. No, we'll try to tell how to build the charts, how to look at the levels, and then use levels. Then it's entirely up to you how you use them. All right. So let's start with the ES chart. So ES, see, there are two things which I told you last time. Let's go with Heikin Nishi first. Let's look at the Heikin Nishi candle. So Heikin Nishi candle is telling me that yes, it's W. If we start from here, this was a W pattern which was there. That's one way of looking at this chart. Another way of looking at this chart, and this is ES futures on daily time frame. Another way of looking at this chart is it's a potential head and shoulders. It's not a W yet, but a potential head and shoulders. And we have too many candles which are in this range now. So it's going to be interesting if they break out with CPI, because 4170 has been a really, really tight zone for quite some time now. Yes. So look at 4170. 4170 tested once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So we have knocked this wall 9 times in the past 2.5 months. If we are coming this time, this wall should break. If not, then we should be ready to fall really, really badly. Okay, so it's going to be interesting. Keep in mind 4170. 4170 is the number where if we break above this number after the CPI, I think we can very well go all the way to 4320. We do not have any resistance whatsoever. We are basing, and when we base, and I'll explain you what basing means. See, look at these candles. Now I'll go back to my normal candles. So look at this candle on ES. So these candles are in a very tight range. So whenever they are in a tight range, usually there is a big burst on the upside or on the downside. Now on the downside, we have a good support of this black dotted line, which is a little slanted. We have the support of 12 EMA, which is 4098. Then we have a Fibonacci of 38.2, which is really, really good. That's another support. And then a 34 EMA support, which is at 4050. So at this moment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 big supports which are providing support to this market. So this means that every time it cools off, there is a buying opportunity in this market because these are some solid supports and they have not broken. Market previously was struggling at 4075. Since we broke out, we are holding it. Also, if you look at from a different point of view, look at this. We went up, came down, and we are also going up. So it's also a bull flag on daily on ES. So it's a W. It's a potential head and shoulders if we break below this area, 4070, but as of now, it has not done. So we will address it once it comes below that area. Now, good support is at 4100. Now, Friday, the job report came in. The job reports were a little in line to higher than expectations. The wage inflation was there. The number of jobs, like some analysis will think 230, some will think 236. And the expectations was it came for some, it came in line, and for some, it came a little higher. So Friday, we only had a 45-minute session. So tonight, we should see some session. So if you want to ignore this last candle, just ignore it and see what will be like. From future perspective, this candle will get stretched. You will not have a new candle. This candle will stretch and will stay until the tomorrow's session. So as far as I think 4100 is really, really good support. So I am a little positive on ES till the moment 4099 is held. Okay. And it was inside up. What is this? So this was an inside day. And since the inside day was broken on the higher side, 4135, the 4135 is a good support. So now buy in the area 4135 and above. And this was the inside day. 1 and 2. We broke above this and we held above this. Now stop loss should be the lows here, both on Thursday and on Friday. So the low was 4120. So 4120 should be our stop loss for the long positions. Target 4140, which is where the market closed. So I will remove that as a potential target. I'll give 4170 my first target. 4165, 4170 should be a good target. And second target will be 42. Like look at this candle, 4210. I'm giving it like 50% because there are a lot of events across China and everything. So I do not want to be a fully biased on positive and negative. So I'm giving 50% on yes. If we stay above 4135, I would love to go long with the stop loss of 4170. The stop loss with the stop loss of 4120 with the target of 4170. If you want to trade SPX, you can trade SPX by removing the premium and look for these targets. And this can be achieved on daily, maybe in a day or two. Okay, so this is a bull flag, a W pattern. and inside the up continuation because it was broken inside the up continuation. I'm writing all these comments because it gives you a clarity that if something is setting up like this, so many patterns, it means it has much higher potential. So we should not fight this pattern. Okay. On the downside, we had the potential head and shoulders. So where we can go short. I still think we should only go short if we lose 40.99. Otherwise, any dip here should be bought. Sell below 40.99 and stop loss should be 4120. This was the first target, which is the Fibonacci level of 38.2, and then 40.50, which is the 34 EMA. So these are the two possible targets. And I am positive to neutral. I'm not 100% like fully short at this moment. I would like to see the earnings. I would like to see how the market reacts to the CPI, if CPI is weak or CPI is high. I have not looked into that data yet. I will do that on Tuesday and will put forward my thoughts around that. But as of now, I think market is positively biased, but still I'm giving 50-50. So let's see how the market reacts at 6 o'clock when the futures open. NQ. NQ is also moving, and NQ is moving like if you are Elliott wave guy, right? You will see that this is the 0 start. This is cycle 1. This is cycle 2. This should be cycle 3. And cycle 3 is, or cycle 2, 3 is always 1.6 times cycle 0 and 1. So you can just count this number, multiply this by 1.6, you should have your target. So here we are at 10,900 and we made the high of 13,000. So roughly 2,000 points. So next rally we should have, and this retracement is around 38.2 Fibonacci to 50%. So if it calls at 11,000, we call this at 13,000 rough number, it should come back to 12,000. It came back to 12,000. So it is 50% retracement. Now from here, it should go at least 2,000 into 1.6. That is equal to 3,200 points. So 14,200 should be our target if Elliott waves works well. And this is a clear set of Elliott wave. So I'm not going to fight it. 13,500 is one of the targets. And if I look at my next Fibonacci level, if you see 14,382 just on the left of my page, this was the high. So if I extend this channel, let me close this, extend to the right and draw my channel. So I think before going into like earnings, I think early May, we should hit 14,000 right here. And that's about 800, 900 points away. That should be a really good area. Second thing, look at this DMI, which is a combination of positive and negative. There's no negative sentiment whatsoever on the NASDAQ. It's all positive. It has some substantial strength. So we should not fight NASDAQ. Okay. Now let's come to the daily levels. That's a kind of overview which I had. Same thing, 13,000. It's a same bull flag which is setting up similar to ES. Bull flag and Elliott wave 2-3 cycle after 50% retracement. So now what should be our stop losses. Again, ignoring this, we tested the 12 EMA. So unless we lose 12 EMA, I'm not shorting. The same thing which I'm doing in ES. I'm not shorting. This was supposed to be a evening star, but it failed. Instead, it held 13,000, which is a 76.8 Fibonacci. Now, this should provide me some good stop loss, 13,100. 13,100 is a stop loss. And same thing, buy around 3150. So the level is right there, 13,300, 13,350, and 550 as well. And I'm giving it a little higher, 60%, because it should have gone down, but it did not because it held the potential evening star. So the bias turns to positive, and a 60% bias, 40% on the downside. I'm only going to short below 3057. So 13,060. Stop loss is right there. I think it will find support at 13,000, 15, 12,925. These are the two levels. 12,925 is right there. This is the last time we find the support, and we struggled to close above it. We tested it. So now we should find support while back testing it. Once we lose it, then 12,700. But as of now, we have not lost that support. So it should be positive to neutral. Now, if you lose 13,000, the same loss of 12 EMA, it should be bad. And again, guys, if you have any question, keep on posting. I'll read your comments and I'll try to answer. Then I have triple Q. Triple Q or NQ, they work almost similarly. So on NQ and triple Q, you see we have a bullish engulfing candle. It's a back test of 312.97, perfect 61 Fibonacci, and 12 EMA, did a bullish engulfing. So now this sets up for 330 very easily. So it's a good setup. 322 is a gap fill. And once we do the gap fill, I think it's really, really good. Stop loss is 314.50. You can buy here. And I'm increasing the level to 330. Again, 60%. And it was a bullish engulfing candle. Bullish engulfing candle ends up like at least gives you two more candles back to back, which will be marked as positive. So there's a good potential for it to hit 330. Again, if we lose 314, which is a 12 EMA, then we need to think about it. So we'll sell about 314 and target will be 307. 60, which is this retracement of 50%, and then 306, which is a 34 EMF. So 40%. Oh. Hi, Bala. Hi, Ryan. So this looks really, really good. Apple. Apple is an inside day. And it's an inside day test of 12 EMA is done. So I think it's positive. If it breaks above 165 or 165, yes. If it breaks above 165, it's good. So buy above 165. Stop loss is 163.80. Target is 166.30 and 167.50. The inside day on the upside. But it was a bullish candle, so I'm going with the inside day up. It's a bullish candle, tested 12 EMA. Now, if it has to break up, it should get out of this blue circle and then test the Fibonacci there. So 167.50 is a good area to break out. Again, there is no negative sentiment. Negative sentiment is really weak. So till the moment there's no negative sentiment, there's no point shorting it. And I hope you're using DMI. DMI is a really good indicator of where the trend is, and you should not fight the trend. So the levels of Apple are right there inside the up. AMD, AMD has failed and has failed really badly. So it had an evening cycle like dodgy. Dodgy was here, evening star. It lost the 12 EMA. Then it's trying to lose more. So the failure of 38.2 Fibonacci, if it doesn't cross 93, I think it should hit 86. The trend of positive momentum is coming down. Trend of negative momentum is going up. Still doesn't have strength, but if something gets weaker, I think AMD or Nvidia will be the best one to short. So AMD is now short, sell below 92. I think we can sell to 95, 2.5, 90, 86. Loss of 12 EMA, yes. Loss of 38.2 Fibonacci, yes. So AMD is still a short for me. Then Amazon. Amazon Friday lost this important area, 101.86, but I think it's one of the stocks which, if market has to move higher, this will be a good contributing factor. Like we talked about Google a few days back, we entered into Google again, we entered into Baba again. So this time Amazon is set up, and Amazon can provide good support. 175 is a good stop loss for Amazon. So it did not break below this, held here. So 175. See, intraday it went down, but end of the day it recaptured. So intraday view may be a different, you may short, but overall, if you look, there was a gap and the gap was filled. Now it doesn't have anything to go back and fill that gap. So it looks really solid to me. Anything above Friday's high 102.50, I'll be a buyer into Amazon. And the same thing, if it starts to run, it will run like Google non-stop. So it can hit 105, 86, 108, 80. The back test of 12 EMA closed above important fib level. So this is bullish for me. I'm marking it as positive. If you want to buy like near 101, that's also fine. Make sure that you have a stop loss of 175. Boeing. Boeing had a news over the weekend, not weekend, on Friday, that it's getting some more something. I don't remember that, but it was away from the 12 EMA, has come back. Momentum is positive, but doesn't have that much strength. So again, if it dips to 29, 210, I'll be a buy. I'll not be rushing into Boeing because it's making lower lows, lower highs. But if it breaks above 212, that's a potential trade. Or if it comes back to 209, 210, that's a potential trade for me in Boeing. But it's setting up, it has spent a lot of time in this area. So 214 to 1890 are potential trades in Boeing. Baba, it was one of the trades in blue on Thursday, which I gave 103, it hit, and 99.65, this level worked really well. and we entered in Baba with the same thought. 9965, it crossed, hit 103, closed right underneath that. Now, if we break this, the momentum is solid. If we break this 107, 120, I do not have anything in between. You may have 1111 or 117 area, but above 103, I think 107, and it could be really, really solid. So Baba is really solid for me. Stop loss is now buy above 103, or if it gets a dip, do not miss the dip. Stop loss is 101, 111, 17, 20. These are potential targets for Baba. It was inside week, so inside week candles can really break out. So anything if it goes above 103 can be really solid. So keep a track on Baba inside week. I'll also mention buy the dip on Baba if you get. And I will not be surprised if by the year end we can see 160, 70, maybe 200 on Baba. Gold, I'm going to remove gold for now. I'm going to bring back PayPal. PayPal is also an inside week. Let's look at PayPal chart. PayPal, if you see on the weekly basis, it's making dodgy, 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 hammer, hammer, hammer. So if you have so many dodges, hammer, it means that it doesn't want to go down from here. Also look at the trend, the strength. It's almost at the bottom, like it's really, really low. It's like 14, it's really, really low. On the weekly, the moment we break above this 12 EMA, which is 76, I think we have a really, really good. Viren, I do not trade any stocks. I only do options. The levels apply to both stocks and options, so you can choose whatever you want. I only trade options. So if 12 EMA is crossed or breached, I think 81, 83 is really good potential on PayPal. So PayPal is positive for me by above 76, stop loss 75, target is 81 and 83, 81, 35, 83. So good risk reward here, and it's my good potential. I'm gonna mark this into my blue color. So it's a good setup for me. Google has done 108. The levels we thought it will test. It did. And again, from 90 all the way here, 108.55. 155 is an important Fibonacci level. So now if it comes to 107, it can still move higher because the strength is still there. So I'm positive on Google. My stop loss now will be, I'll say 107, 106.80, 106.80. Buy anything if you can get a dip, 107, 108. Target is 110.60, 112.60. We are going back to the earnings level where it started to fall right here. The earnings, it was 108. We cross it, it's a breakout. Otherwise, if it fails here, that could be a double top. So I think it has potential to break out because there's no negative momentum on Google. It shows everything positive at this time. So potential of this breaking out is really, really high. That is Google. Meta. Meta is a stock which is relentless. It's just going on and on and on. Anything which comes here, it's just bought. It has not lost the 12 EMA since like almost 3, 4, 5 months. Yes, from December, it has not lost the 12 EMA. It has almost doubled or tripled from 88 to 216, almost like 1.7 times. It's right here. Has not lost 12 EMA. The strength is enormous. The momentum is really high. Bullish candle. What else you need? Above 218, it can go to 232. So it's a bullish candle which covered the entire body here. So Meta is positive. Again, these were evening which failed. What you call this? Bullish engulfing. Meta stop loss now should be top here. 214 should be a stop loss. Buy above. Friday's high 217. Target should be 218.65. And then let's look at any of the previous level. 227.35. That's bullish Meta. See, all these stocks are showing positive. That's why NQ is positive and a potential to go to 14,000, like Elliott waves. I'm not making this up. The levels which are there are in front of us. Microsoft, Microsoft is, it backtested 12 EMA and then do a massive 2.5% move on Thursday. Again, there's no negative momentum here. It's clearing up all the negative aspects, any selling which it had. So 294 above, if it goes, let me add 5-year time frame, extend to the right, so we can have more levels. Above 294, we can see 298, 304. $291.78 is the 38 Fibonacci. So a good stop loss should be around 290.89. So two stop losses 289.50. Target should be 294 and 298.80. And again, bullish engulfing candle. It's positive, but it and also back tested 12 EMA. Now, in this case, I should buy above 291.60. Not sell below, buy above. And in case it goes below 289, I would not short at this time because the momentum in this stock is really, really solid. Netflix is the one lagged, which is like it's a gravestone dodgy. It opened at the same price, closed at the same price, but it did a back test. So it has earning coming up, not this week, but next to next week. Not next, it's the next week, of course, 24th week. So this gravestone dodgy, if we can break above 342, This can become a potential morning star and continue because it has back tested. So I'm going to give it a neutral view, and I will try buy about 343, and stop loss will be 338. Target 348, 358. These are Fibonacci levels. But I'm keeping it neutral because it needs to break out. Roku had broken out on this area. So I'm going to keep this neutral. Nvidia for me is a short. It's holding this 12 EMA very nicely. The moment it will lose, I will love to go short this. But as of now, there is no clear shorts here. So I'm going to just wait for 12 EMA to break. So only if it goes down, sell below 268, only if it goes down. Otherwise, you can try for the gap fill of 275. Sell near 275 on the rise. Somehow if market goes up and Nvidia starts to go up, 275 is an area where I would love to short Netflix, or not Netflix, Nvidia. Roblox has broken out and it's holding really nicely. I have liquidated Roblox multiple times. It's holding back tested 12 EMA. This was the 4470 region, was a big like wall for Roblox. It's a 61.8 Fibonacci. 61.8 Fibonacci, a big break, tested 12 EMA. So all the checks are there. It held above 61 on the weekly, managed to close above the weekly, tested the 12 EMA. Now it only goes 48 and 50. So it may surprise you with its earnings. It only needs a little push. And once that push is there, it will not stop. So keep an eye on Roblox. And it has tested this 47, 48 area multiple times. So if it breaks this time, it will just break out and can go really high. It has like a good W setup. So I'm looking at 59 area. If you see my channel going towards it, 51.47 is my prime targets. So buy stop loss is now 45. Buy and dip, and usually it dips 45.50 to 46, 48.51. It's a breakout inside day, inside month. Very big breakout. Instead of Shopify, I'm going to cover JPM. Because I wanted to introduce a bank. JPM. JPM is inside day, and everybody's so pessimistic about the banking industry and what is happening in the last few weeks, months. Now, 128 is a good Fibonacci level. If it breaks 129, it has really potential to hit 132. It has not crossed the 12 EMA with strength in the last few weeks. The momentum is really weak. If something is negative in this earnings in the banking, that will be the beginning of end. Because the banking sector will derail everything. The momentum will be crushed. And even if the tech stocks looking really good, they can get crushed. So keep really a good eye on the numbers from JPM. For now, if it crosses 128.90, or I would say 128.16, I'm keeping it neutral on JPM. Buy above 128.25. Target is 131. 132. Yes. Keeping the stop loss as what we have on the close. It's an inside day. So if it breaks up, potential inside day up, potential gets higher. Everyone's hot favorite Tesla. Wherein I said last time, please bring in your charts. If you bring in your charts, I'm more than happy to discuss. If you have any questions on what I have, I can answer, but I'm not going to cover anything based on your wishes. If you want to learn, bring your chart, show me what you're looking at. I'm definitely going to help you. I'm done with spoon feeding, just to be honest. Tesla. So Tesla on Friday almost broke down. There's no strength on Tesla on the positive side, and they have cut down on the prices one more time. Now, in the recent momentum, when it moved, it had multiple gaps which it created. It tried to fill those gaps one more time, but now it is coming down. So the moment it loses 183.15, I think it's a perfect shot. Wherein it's easy to comment, share your charts. Share your charts. I will definitely come to the mic, share your screen, tell me this is what you're looking. I will help you. I will help you there. If I'm not doing that, then you can question me. But just asking about a sector, I don't look at XLF. I trade on the stocks which I share. And I'm 30 to 70% short on Tesla short now. I think it should fill these gaps. And last time it held 177 area. So if it holds 177, it's really good. Otherwise, it's going to come down to 161. Really, really high. Positive only about 34 EMA breaks, which is 188. So 2% up above, only then I'm going to try a positive on this. But right now, it's a Tesla fill the gap. So these are the tickers. Now I can share the Zoom link. If anybody of you wants to share your charts, wants to discuss something, please come forward and I can give you the screen. You can share your questions, charts, and we'll try to address it. I may sound a little harsh, but if you're not going to work and spend time on the charts by yourself, nothing is going to happen. You may get one feedback one day that yes, this stock goes in this direction, that's it. But end of the day, you will not get to learn anything. And if you not get to learn anything, you will only lose. So don't hesitate. If you are wrong, we are there to help you. We are going to help you to correct. But please ask questions when you do some homework. Prepare some charts, prepare some levels. Otherwise, there's no point attending these sessions. Yes, Nilesh, if you have anything.
Can I go ahead and share my screen?
Yeah, I'll make you the presenter.
Okay.
Yes, you can share your screen now.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just bring up what I was looking at. Okay, XOXL. So, hi, what I was looking at is these are the channels that I kind of drew, and what I'm
What recommendation? Are you using two separate lines? Because this channel looks a little odd.
I'm sorry, not a channel. These are just trend lines that
Create
I
a
actually
channel.
drew.
Use channel to do this.
Okay,
Otherwise, there'll be a like they'll converge at one time. Channel should
oh,
be parallel.
channel. Okay, I'll draw it as a channel. What I wanted to kind of understand is, like you mentioned, AMD and Nvidia, you kind of bearish on it. This is a semiconducting sector, and or ETF, and I noticed that Samsung had put out some earnings report, I think on Friday or Saturday, showing pretty bad numbers and stuff. When I look at the DMI, it's basically showing that the green is basically trending down, the red is trending up. And when I look at the ADX, it shows somewhere around the 15 range. So would you say that this is kind of heading towards bearish sentiment?
I had to unmute myself. Sorry. Let me just share the screen. Make you
Okay.
the host one more time. So, as I said, AMD, Nvidia, yes, they look a little stretched. So, I will say a cool off is expected. Yes, and if you're drawing at this channel on SOXL, you will also see that it's kind of making an M pattern, double top.
Okay.
And if it cools off, it can potentially come down to 13, and there's a gap which needs to be filled.
Okay. And then when I look at HA, it's basically showing the
Negative
flat
trend.
negative trend.
Yeah.
So should I wait for another confirmation before getting in?
So you already have a confirmation here that
Okay.
the trend is negative. Now you will get if it reverses, right? If it goes above 16.6 and it reverses, then you will have a confirmation that yes, the negative sentiment is no longer there and you need to get out of shorts.
Okay, so I'm using both 9 EMA and also a 21 EMA, and it's basically showing below that, and then the SMA is at the 50. So if it opens below the 50 SMA, there's potential that it'll trend down.
Yes, but I don't use SMAs at all. I
Okay,
use EMAs and I use 12 and 34.
okay,
So again, if you have understanding that yes, these SMAs work for you, use it.
okay,
But from a Heiken-Ishii point of view, this is a negative momentum and it should continue unless something changes.
okay, got it.
Hmm.
The other chart I wanted to share was this one. So this is TQQQ. What I'm also seeing, let me bring up HA. Oh, it's
It's
on HA.
HA.
Yeah. So what I'm basically seeing is I thought it would be downtrending, and then I saw that little wick over here. So that kind of gave me a hold, basically saying that maybe it's not gonna go
Not yet.
downtrend. Not
Yes.
yet. Okay. So I should wait for some type of confirmation, like it opening above a 9 EMA or something like that before getting in,
Yes.
because this could reverse, right?
Yes. This actually has reversed because now you don't have a flat top
Okay.
and now you may have a dodgy tomorrow or
Okay.
you may have a flat base unless market drops down and then you have a flat top. But I
Okay.
don't see market as of now. But again, we still have almost 12, 13 hours into the market. Not 12, 13, much more than 18 hours
Okay.
futures. So let's see how the market reacts to the job numbers now. And with situation in China and Taiwan, we might have a flat top. We might have a rejection from here below 9 and we can end up like opening below this channel. Anything is possible.
Okay. So Bhai, if I look at this, like I used both DMI and also RSA. So RSA, I know it's a lagger. So it's basically showing maybe going an uptrend. And then for DMI, what I'm looking at is
It's
this is
cooling
the
off.
yeah, this is the uptrend, right? So that I drew the green line as the uptrend and then the red as a downtrend. And then when I look at the ADX, it's showing that's the strength of the trend, right? So if it's showing anything above, I think at one time you said anything above
30.
25,
Yes.
it's pretty strong, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
that's why I'm
there's
saying it's not yet to short. It has cooled off a little bit, yes,
okay.
but not yet to short. And in the
Okay.
last 3-4 days, market did cool off. Like we were in a very tight range. We went to 322 and then we came back to 320, 313, 312, and now we're hanging in between. That's why it cooled off.
Okay. Okay. So this kind of follows QQQ. So basically kind of the
Yes,
levels you gave for QQQ, I should follow those as well.
it's a derivative. It's like 3 times the derivative of QQQ.
Yep. Yep. Okay. And then I know you talk about Baba a lot, but I actually followed JD, and I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts on JD as well, because
I
it's
have one problem with JD.
mhm,
The problem is that China's economy, even after opening, didn't do much.
okay,
And it should have done much more.
okay.
Should have.
That's kind of what I was thinking for JD as well. But it's like the downtrend is showing up, like the on the DMI. So is it like I wasn't going to go into this, but I'm just kind of was wanting your opinion on JD. So
In stocks like this, because they are much more dependent on the economic data,
mhm.
I would do one thing. I will try some spreads on the longer, very long time, probably next year. And once they start to pick it up, I'll clean the 1 lakh, which is the
Like a
lead which I've sold in
so like
Linton.
a diagonal spread or a calendar spread, you would think.
You can choose calendar spreads, may not give you that kind of opportunity.
Okay.
Maybe credit spread.
Credit spread. Okay.
Yes. Sell the puts or do a debit spread, normal credit, like where you can actually buy the calls with the spread. But again, it totally depends. It needs some time. It needs some time from the Chinese economy
Okay.
to settle in after the pandemic. And once that is opened up, you will have chance.
Okay. Got it. And then the very last one wanted to get your opinion on was IWM. So kind of what my thought process was is if some of the big cap stocks, if they start tanking, most likely money would move into, I'm assuming mid cap and small
No,
cap stocks.
no,
No?
no, no, no.
Okay.
See, one thing in this market, money is not going easily into these mid caps. And
Okay.
when mid caps only get the money when there's a bull market.
Okay.
When
So
everybody who doesn't know the stock market is trading stock market, like 2020. That
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
market, you will get IWM to run.
Okay. So if I look at HA, it's um, it's basically showing two flat tops. So
Yeah.
so you're thinking
And
that
just
this
just look at on Thursday.
uh
NASDAQ was up, ES was up, IWM was flat.
yeah. So with DMI pointing to a downtrend, this is again it's gonna head down basically. You kind of thinking.
Again, if market tends to move forward, like with CPI,
Uh-huh.
right? It may say that yes, I'm done for now. Let me reverse the direction.
Okay.
So it may go down to 20 and the green line may pick up from here. But at this
Mhm.
time, both the green line and the strength line, they are below 20. So I don't have that much hope from here. See, the only thing I would say is pick up the stocks which are in momentum. Pick up the stocks which have the push right now. Google,
Okay.
Amazon. That will make you money rather than like stuck with these stocks. Because end of the day, you want to make money, right?
Yeah.
You don't love these stocks. You just want to make money out of these stocks. That's it. And they will run, they may not run, but they will not make you money.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, bye. Those are it for me. Thank you. I really appreciate all your input and insight into this stuff. So thank you.
No problems. Hi, Mitchell. Anyone else wants to talk, wants to share? Yes, Veer. I unmuted you. You want to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me make you the host.
Hey, I'm no expert in this, but I'm just
There's no point in saying expert, not expert. Point is, when you look at the data, right, you will yourself have confidence that yes, am I making sense or not?
okay. So let me share this.
Go
And
ahead.
so one thing is when I'm looking at creating fib levels, right? I'm looking at highs and lows in the intermediate stage. I'm not going for all the history. How do you look at it is one question. Then I have graduated towards using the 12 and the 34 EMA.
Mhm.
And then I have the high Kenichi candles, but normally I'm looking at the regular candles to take a look at this. So for me, when I'm looking at this is capital one. So when I'm looking at this, tested the this level, which is I don't know what percentage it is, but that is the bottommost fib
It's
level.
zero. It's zero.
Yeah. So my thought was that it should lead, and this is weekly. You can look at the daily as well. So when I look at the daily, I think within this week it should try to reach this, test this again, go down and go back up again. Unless
Again, you're doing fine using these candles and Fibonacci, but only think of levels when you know that there is no catalyst for banks.
yeah.
Now, with Capital One or with any other bank, they have a big catalyst. They
Mhm.
balance sheets,
Mhm.
right? So for them, I would only think about day-to-day levels, not
Literally.
not even like weekly. On the
Okay.
contrary, and like if I have to look at any tech company where
Mhm.
earnings are like 3-4 weeks away, I can see the run towards the earning. I can see whether they can base out or try to estimate, right? And they do not have any negative news. Otherwise, if there's a negative news, all of a sudden, like Google CEO come in the morning and say, we are cutting down our guidance to 10%. Stock was
Mhm.
plumb, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, there's something wrong which is happening in the banks.
Mhm. Okay.
So take day by day level. And if you went back to that weekly chart, right? Go back to that weekly
Okay.
chart. There was a candle pattern which is called a morning star,
Which one here?
right at the last 4 candles.
Okay. So
You
this
see,
is
it came down from 122
yeah.
and made a doji, which is the third
Yes.
candle, and
Yeah.
then made a green.
Yeah.
This is called a morning star.
Okay.
Now, the only problem here is the volume is significantly lesser in the green
Okay.
candle.
Okay. Got it.
So I don't see that strength, which I am expecting that yes, if it can, like, if you can cross probably 100, I may see that yes, it has now strength and it
Mhm.
can go more from here. But as
Okay.
of now, no. As of now, it may struggle to break even 12 EMA.
Okay. To struggle to break even 12 minutes. And when you were looking at JPM, right? That time I was saying that we can look at XLF because then it is the entire sector. I was not
Yes,
asking you to take a look at the this thing. Like for me, it was more of comment that hey, if the JPM goes down, most likely there is trouble in the financial area, and that will
yes,
have
that's it.
technology down as well. That is where I was saying maybe we can try track.
Again, one thing which I just said to Nilesh, what is your goal? Your goal is to make money, right? Your goal is
Yeah,
not to trade ETFs.
yeah,
XLF or TQQQ or SQQ, they will not give you that kind of momentum which an individual stock on one day can give. Like for example, Baba or Google or Tesla. If it drops 10%, that will give you much more money than you keep on trading XLF for a month.
Okay.
So you need to focus on things which can have volatility, and do not think that there is going to be, because just ask yourself, you must have played lottos, right? So many times in your life.
Yeah.
How many times have you won? None. Correct?
Yeah.
Now imagining that there will be some sort of negativity which will happen. It may happen, it may not happen. And even if it happens, you may not have a position on that day. So why to get stuck into a sector which has so many unknowns? Try to jump on a sector which is showing strength.
Okay.
If
Got
market is going down, that stock is showing strength. Why do not ride that? Keep it
Okay.
simple.
Okay. And the last one here is the FAS. I have
Again,
actually shares in this and I want to quit them. I recently picked them up here at this spot. So I was thinking that, hey, this might be a good time to get out, or should I?
no, let it run for a week. Keep this green candle as your stop loss.
Which one? This one?
Yes, the base here is your stop loss.
Okay. I think this is weekly. So if I look at daily, I think it has been moving like this. I bought here
No,
almost
the
at the low.
weekly pattern is really good. So keep the stop loss from the weekly point of view.
Okay. So like this. Okay. Around
54
50.
something, which will be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And put that as your stop loss.
Okay. I'll put an alert on that. So it
No,
reminds.
put it as a stop loss and give it a period of 90 days.
Oh, okay. We can do that. Okay. Got it. Because I own these shares. I would, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Got it. Or should I sell a covered call is what another thing I was thinking for a weekly basis.
What if there is a JPM news? You will
Pardon me?
make money. You will make money. What if JPM says everything is good?
Yeah. Right.
You will have nothing.
Okay.
See, the covered call concept is only good when there is no volatility. But if there is a volatility, then the covered call, because the stock will go up, the call you will lose because you have sold the calls. You will
Yeah.
lose equal premium. And somehow the calls get assigned to you at a higher price and the stock drops next day, you are screwed.
Yeah.
And it happens. People don't understand it. But for example, if you have a 60 call of FAS, okay, and you sold the 60 calls at $2 for June.
Yeah.
Now there's a news that every bank is all good, there is no issue whatsoever. JPM moves up, everything moves up, it goes to 66. Okay, you will have to buy back that call at around 8 or 9.
Or
Your
lose
stock may
it.
move up, which will offset your loss. But next day, there is a China news and then stock plummets. But you were assigned at a higher price. That price won't change.
Yeah.
And these things happen. When you play heavy on these things, it looks pretty simple,
Yeah.
but there are much better ways of trading and making money.
Okay. And that's what I'm trying to learn, Naval. So yeah. Okay. These are the things for now. I'll come prepared with more levels and stuff.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then I can mostly help you that yes, whether you're looking right, whether you have any things to fix on your charts,
Yeah.
I can help you. But if people simply come and ask, they'll never come back again and ask anything. They only come and ask because they have a position in that stock and they're
No,
losing.
no,
If they are making money, nobody is going to come and ask.
Yeah, I used to work for Cap One basically. So I have like quite a few shares of them. And I'm actually tracking how do I exit out of it right now, because it was at high of 176 or something sometime back. I did not exit because it
I
was.
told my friend, he also works in Capone. I told him to get out of it. He did not listen.
Who?
Mm.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Again, like it's a prerogative which every individual has to take. We can only say something, and it's up to them to take or not take a decision.
Yeah. So normally, how do you look at like building the Fibonacci retracements?
I will cover that because it requires some time.
Okay. All right.
I have a video for that if you want to go and check it out.
Okay.
I created
I
the
saw
same
some
thing.
videos. Yeah. I
Yes,
saw
it's
some
in the
videos.
playlist, and you will find how to create regression channels, Fibonacci's, because that's my way of doing it. You will not find that way of doing it anywhere else on the internet.
Okay.
And it works really, really good.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll stop my share, give it to others. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else wants to speak? You want to join, Gary? I'll make you the host. I'll unmute you. Yes, you can speak, Gary.
Oh, did I have my hand up?
No, you're posting in the chat. So I give
Oh
you.
no, I was trying to say hi to you on YouTube. I didn't know which one everybody was using, so I was like, okay, I'll just say hi on YouTube first.
Okay.
I was a little late, so I just hopped in. I just wanted to say hi.
So the features have opened up.
I actually, Camilla, if you don't mind me asking, do you know what that video is called in your playlist? The one that you just mentioned about the Fibonacci, please?
It's a learning playlist.
It's called a learning playlist on your thing. Okay, I'm gonna look at it. I'm struggling with the Fibonacci. It's probably the weakest part of me.
Sure. And if you need anything, just let me know. I'll help you out.
You're the best, brother. Thank you.
All right, guys. If nobody has anything, I think we're good. I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Take care.